What up, everybody? It's your main man Bennett back here and again, and welcome back to the Not Your Mama's Fantasy Football League Volume 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thank you for joining me today. We're going to get right into these here rankings of the power of our fantasy football teams. Hey, sigh, 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 sigh.
Sigh, sigh. Sigh, sigh. Sigh, sigh.
Okay, well, we're back at it again here with these here rankings. So, 12th place team. 12th place team in these here rankings goes 12th place to first place. 12th is at the bottom. First, the top. So, 12th place team is kicking it with Younghoe. That's right. Samuel's team. What can we say? He is 1-8. One thing I did want to say, tip of the cap, wave of the sword for Samuel, if he should choose to watch this. It is what it is. We move on with life, with love in our hearts for our friend. And for anyone that maybe is skeptical, that's saying, hey, wait a minute, I don't know about that. Samuel has not adjusted his roster since week 4 of this season. I did go into each of those matchups, and I was able to distinguish that between the weeks of 5 and 9, there is no adjustment he could have made with the players at his disposal, bench or otherwise, that would have yielded a victory. So there's some, I don't know if that's more for him or for the other people, but he's still a team. It's active, and there will be more down the line. 11th place team. We're gonna move on. How about that? 11th place team in these here rankings is, and we got ourselves a name change. The changing of the name, as it were, and so the artist formerly known as literally the Packers running back room, we now have Kupp and some bums. Kupp and some bums coming at you. We're looking pretty good. Or actually, not very good. When Kupp and Tua Tagovailoa and the Patriots defense combine for almost 78 points, you're usually going to have a pretty good day. But the remainder of the team did not do enough. Although we can say that Tanner has gone up against the guy that outscored the field, Corey's team. It's a tough break. I'll say even at 2-7, it's not over, baby. Okay, it's not over yet. It's not over yet. Let me take that again. Right? It's not over yet. You still can do it. It's not over until, you guessed it, the very slender man has an opinion on the new Black Adam movie. Anyway, we're going to move right along. 10th place team. 10th place team in this year's rankings is Salami, Ghost of Bongtown. That's right. Dak is on a bye. Nick Chubb is on a bye. Kareem Hunt's on a bye. Dalton Schultz is on a bye. And, when Brandon Cooks, Robert Woods, and Ronnie Rivers combined for nothing, and Andrew drafted Jonathan Taylor with the number 1 overall pick. And I think a lot of people did that too. But that's not great expression when it comes to fantasy, something to remember and something I think about is you can't win your fantasy league with your first 2 picks, but you can lose your fantasy league with your first 2 picks. And, I mean, heck, you either pick 2 guys that are still producing and performing or not. And Jonathan Taylor's had a horrible year. What can we say? It ain't over, but it's getting to be close to that. We're going to move on to the 9th place team. And the 9th place team is Master Cook. Alan Baby Hubby Booby. I have a message for Alan. I put this in my notes. 3-6. Pick up sticks. You still got Tyreek Hill. You still got DeAndre Hopkins. 6 games left. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen right now. You turn this all around. You go on a 6-game winning streak, and Master Cook is finishing the year 9-6. And I think that could be enough. Could it? I don't know. Let's do this, Alan. Moving on to the 8th place team. The 8th place team in these here rankings is Team Robs. What can we say? Evan couldn't get it done. He can take some solace in knowing that no combination of bench players would have got him the victory this week. But he is going up against Samuel's team, so he is 4-5. Right now he's down 2 slots in these power rankings. He's kind of in the middle of whatever, but probably going to get a win this weekend. So 5-5 with 5 games left after that. Who knows? Only time will tell. We'll move on to the 7th place team. 7th place team in these here rankings is, and is that, can you smell it? What's that sound? Can you hear it? Oh, it's outside. Betta frickin' go, baby. I don't think did Darren win? I don't even know. I put him up a slot. He did. He got the victory against Katie's team. Bam, bam. That's right. Finally, this is what happens when Devontae Adams does something. And by something, 17 targets, 10 receptions, 150 yards, and 2 touchdowns, and that's 32 fantasy points. That's legit. Darren will want more production from his running back group, but hey, you know what? This could be, he's on the right side of victory. 5-4, up a slot, 7th place. Needs a couple more wins, and then he'll trickle his way into the top tier. What are we doing? We're going to move on to the 6th place team. 6th place team in these here rankings is, and it's Chateau St. Bargles Winery. That is correct. It is the winery. Going to put myself up a little slot. I'm 5-4. Didn't score that many points, only about 112. Would have lost to a great number of teams this week. I happened to go against Samuel's team. That got me a little victory there. I don't know. Don't know what's going on with my team. Between Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow, it's my kind of ride or die connection. And Joe Burrow has kind of been, he is the 3rd ranked quarterback in fantasy. He's going to be on a bye this upcoming week. Jamar Chase is hurt. Like I've mentioned, Marquise Brown hurt. Michael Thomas traded away. Breece Hall done for the year. Anyway, we're going to move on. We're going to move on to the 5th place team. This is when the teams actually get more bona fide. 5th place team in these here rankings is Grand Salami time. That's right. Yeesh. Katie took an uncharacteristic loss this week. However, this was kind of like she had the bye week blues. Just like my blue eyes, she had the bye week blues. So what are the bye week blues? There when you have a bunch of players on a bye week and you lose. Jerry Jeudy, Christian McCaffrey, CeeDee Lamb, Deontay Johnson, and Graham Gano were all on a bye week. She lost. Nevertheless, this upcoming week, she's still going to be without T. Higgins, Tyler Conklin, Hunter Henry. Not as big of a noticeable loss, but hey, Jalen Hurts is still there. Christian McCaffrey's coming back. Josh Jacobs is still there. So I think she has all she needs. Get on herself to the winning thing, and we'll move right along to the fourth place team. Fourth place team in these here rankings is Betta with Chedda. Up a slot. Ben's team. Solid performance. Derrick Henry is just the gift that keeps on giving. As long as he's in, he produces. What else? Lamar Jackson, Damian Pierce, Travis Kelce. I mean, Ben's got those guys that I think as the next month and a half go, he's going to be primed for some playoff fantasy football situation. So, that being said, we'll move on to the third place team. The third place team in these here rankings. You like my... Anyway. Third place team in these here rankings is... Team Diaper Funds. That's right, it's Corey's team. Of course it's Corey's team. He just won't die. He done did it again. Not only did he not die, this is the third week where Corey has outscored the league. Third time. It's the third time he did it. He's done it 3 times. 149.5 points. Up a slot. 6-3 is the only 6-3 team in the league. And, mainly it's because Joe Mixon had the game of his life. Joe Mixon got over 200 yards and 5 touchdowns, 53.1 points. I'm pretty sure that's going to be the high watermark for any single day performance by a guy. So, that is that. Only time will tell. Corey's at a great position. So, there you are. We'll move on to the second place team. Second place team is the same as it was last week. It's the Fancy Lads. Fancy Lads, Whitdoe coming through. Scored a heck of a lot of points, about 140 points. Patrick Mahomes, Kenneth Walker III, and Justin Jefferson. Those 3 guys combined for about 85 points. 85! Not only that, I noticed he could have scored about 159 points this week if he had just played Kenyon Drake instead of Jacoby Myers. So, that's what friends do. Just tell you, hey, you did great, but you could have did it greater. You did good, but it could have been even gooder than you did it. And that would have been the most points ever by anybody of any time this week, this year. So, there you go. And then, of course, the first place team, it's Limp Biscuits. Limp Biscuits is the first place team again. How many weeks has he been at the top spot? I'm losing track. He is 8-1. He won with only 90 points. With Saquon, Amari Cooper, and Brandon Ayuk all unavailable. With Dawson Knox, D'Onta Foreman, and Justin Herbert underperforming. He needed to get lucky this week, and the man got a little lucky. So, I will say this. These are my notes. This week, a battle for the ages. A matchup on our hands unlike you'd ever see. Limp Biscuits with Michael going head to head with the Fancy Lads and Whitney. Tyler Boyd and Garrett Wilson are on a bye week, but here comes Saquon. On the other side, Whitney has a few bye-week players as well. But can Patrick Mahomes and Kenneth Walker III be enough? Easily could be a preview of a potential championship matchup between these two juggernauts. And we love to see it. I'll be happy that one of them will lose. Anyway, that's it for the rankings this week. Thanks for tuning in this week, next week. You know, all that. What is it? What else I got? I don't got none. I got nothing. So to have a good day. Bye-bye.